Semen sa te mame wati me. Utini? Yang budak cotwi.
All right, Shalom Akim. Kohalayim La, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Havakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of great millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwat that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all, Barakatha. All right, so I was gonna work on another lesson. You know, I was in the middle of that, and then, you know, my hand touched the preset, you know, that I was looking at, and I didn't think anything of it, right? And then lo and behold, here comes these videos on RT, one of which was shared by the brother YAHWAH, you know, and I just thought, you know, I gotta do this, man. Like, I gotta hit this lesson right here. So the name of this lesson is gonna be Filthy Idolatries Don't End. They don't end, man. You know, like the beloved elder Yashawamba, he likes to coin this whole theme as flood-like behavior. And that's exactly what we see in him, man. We looking at flood-like behavior, right? Flood-like behavior. So let's go to the New Testament. Let's go to let's see which one I want to hit. Let's go to Matthew. Matthew chapter 24, verse 36. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 36. It says, "But of that day and hour knoweth no man." It's talking about the day of judgment. It's talking about the day of destruction, as is foretold in the scriptures, right? "But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. right? For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, right? And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. And took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Right? So like I said, this is what's seen as flood-like behavior. You know, we're seeing a massive display of idolatry. Right? All these different gods are being exalted, but not the true living God, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi. You see what I'm saying? So let's get that precept. Let's get that precept that I ran into before I was inspired to do this lesson. So let's go to Isaiah chapter 40. Right? Isaiah chapter 40. Because you saw what went down in that video, in both of those videos. You saw what went down, man. You know, the shit's it's just out of control. It's out of control. This has to stop. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at the children of Israel, the northern kingdom, and you're looking at the children of Judah, of the southern kingdom, of the tribe of Levi. You see what I'm saying? And the stuff is just rampant. So let's go to Isaiah chapter 40, verse 18. And let's read through verse 20. So it says, to whom then will ye liken the Most High? Or what likeness will ye compare unto him? The workman melteth a graven image, and the goldsmith spreadeth it over with gold, and casteth silver chains, He that is so impoverished that he hath no oblation chooseth a tree that will not rot. He seeketh unto him a cunning workman to prepare a graven image that shall not be moved. You see what I'm saying? And especially now, we're in that season of heavy idolatry, starting with what? Halloween. Halloween just passed, and it was massive wickedness that took place. You know what I'm saying? These niggas ain't learned. They ain't learned a damn thing, man. You know, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, y'all ain't learned a damn thing, man. Y'all out here supporting this shit, you know, going out here participating in these rituals, right? Getting your kids out here going trick-or-treating. Y'all ain't learned a damn thing, man. And that's why the scriptures say, why should they be stricken anymore? Right? You're just gonna provoke them more and more and more and more. It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. Not until the missiles start flying. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Most High is about to end this place the way He's gonna end it. Right? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 50, verse 1. Let's hit that real quick. Right? Isaiah chapter 50, verse 1, it says, thus saith Yahawah, where is the bill of your mother's divorcement, whom I have put away? Or which of my creditors is it to whom I have sold you? Behold, for your iniquities have you sold yourselves, and for your transgressions is your mother put away. This is why we're in the predicament that we're in. This is why we're in the situation that we find ourselves in. You see? This is why. This is why all this idolatry, all this rebellion, it never stops, man. It never stops. As a matter of fact, the precept just jumped in my mind. Let's grab this in Jeremiah. Right? I ain't got a lot of precepts together, man, so I'm just gonna roll in the spirit, man. Let's go to Isaiah, Jeremiah chapter 5, verse Let's see. Let's go to verse 22. Jeremiah 5. Salakia. Jeremiah chapter 4. My bad. Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. Salakia. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. You see, our people are foolish, man. You know, Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You see, for lack of knowledge. And guess what? Guess what? The so-called Christian church don't say a damn thing about none of this. They don't say a damn thing about none of it. None of it. You see what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, they help in participating. You know what I'm saying? You look at churches out here, they got skeletons on the front porch, you know, in front of the doorpost. They got little candy corns to hand to the kids and whatnot. I mean, it's no difference. Like the scriptures say, they have made no difference between the holy and the unholy, the clean and the unclean. They ain't make no difference. This is Jeremiah 5 and 31. It says, the prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means, and my people love to have it so. And what will ye do in the end thereof? Because the end is near, man. The end is near. And don't nobody want to hear it. Don't nobody want to see it, man. Don't nobody want to see this. So let me get that precept I mentioned earlier. Hosea chapter 4. Right? Hosea chapter 4, verse 6, it says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I also will reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forsaken the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. And one of the things about the tribe of Levi is that they were the tribe of priests. And yet here they are, you know what I'm saying? This one woman rubbing whatever she's rubbing on this child's belly, right? And then touching the skeleton, a skull. You see, this that stuff, man. This is that stuff. This is why the Most High is about to get busy. This is why. That's why the scriptures say what? It's time for the Most High to work, for they have made void thy law. They made void the laws of the Most High, man. And it's time for the Most High to bring out the equalizer. It's time for him to fix this. You know what I'm saying? It's time for that. Let's go to Jeremiah 7 and 9. Jeremiah 7 and 9, we're just going to get right to it, man. Because there's no time for horseplay. There's no time for games, man. You know what I'm saying? We at the precipice right now, and y'all still dealing with these idols. Y'all still ain't learned nothing after all these years, after all these generations. This is Jeremiah 7 and 9. It says, will ye steal, will ye murder, and commit adultery, and swear falsely, and burn incense unto Baal, and walk after other gods whom ye know not? Right? You look at them idols, man. There was this one dude from the tribe of Levi. What was he doing? He was putting his hand on a straight up black block. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing, man. Incense. They was burning candles to whatever they was praying to. Let me read this again. It says, will ye steal, murder, and commit adultery, and swear falsely, and burn incense unto Baal, and walk after other gods whom ye know not, and come and stand before me in this house, which is called by my name, and say we are delivered to do all these abominations, the Most High is about to unleash on all you niggas, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, he's about to unleash the flames. He's about to unleash the fire. He's about to unleash the sword. He's about to unleash Esau, Edom. He's going to unleash all of it. It's all going to come upon y'all. You see what I'm saying? You about to see Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4 come into full effect. Let's go there. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 9. Let's hit that. Verse 4. All right. And it reads, and Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Right? The Most High is about to send that thawah, you know what I'm saying? That mark of exemption from judgment towards his elect, to the men that sigh and cry, to the men that are pissed off with all this foolishness, to the men, women, and children that are vexed here, you know what I'm saying, with all this wickedness that's going on. He's about to send that mark of exemption, man, because the elect are being sealed out here, and they damn sure almost finished. They almost finished. You see what I'm saying? And once they fully sealed in their minds, you see, that's why you see things happening the way they're happening. For example, Sarnetta just came up against the camp of GMS in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Headed by the beloved elder Yahawah, you know, and they did a beautiful job. They did a beautiful job edifying the sheep, because we know that amongst those many thousands that tuned into Sarnetta, there has to have been at least one or two people up in there that would be the elect. And they got edified by watching what was going down over there in Dallas, Texas. You see what I'm saying? The elect are being sealed out here, man. The truth has gone out. The truth has gone out, man. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. The other thousands of people that tuned in, they was only tuning in so they can be marked for judgment. So let's continue. Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 5. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Ain't gonna be no pity out here, man. Ain't gonna be no pity out here. You about to see women getting ravished. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. You're gonna see that. You're gonna see children getting ravished. You're gonna see cannibalism out here, man. You're gonna see all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Stuff that you could only imagine in your worst dreams. You're gonna see it happen. You're gonna see it happen. Men are going to perform what's in their hearts. And the Most High is going to allow it to happen, because it's time for judgment. It is time for judgment. How many people in this crowd know that they're Israelites? Huh? How many? How many have heard this word? How many? You see, there's no cloak for anyone's sins, man. Let's continue. Verse 6. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. Ain't gonna be no respect of persons, man. Ain't gonna be no respect of persons. You see? Let's continue. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark of exemption, the thawah, what we are the hopeful elect are hoping for, we're praying for, that the Most High remembers mercy in the day of judgment. Remember mercy upon us who have sought after Him, who have prayed unto Him diligently, sought His face, right? Continuing, it says, and begin at my sanctuary. Begin at my sanctuary. You see? This is what Peter was talking about. This is what Peter was talking about in First Peter chapter 4, verse 17. Let's get that. Let's get that real quick. All right. It's First Peter chapter 4, verse 17. It says, "For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us," you see, if it first begin at us, you see, everybody wants to claim that they're Israel or spiritual Israel or whatnot. No, it's talking about the children of Israel. Yashavala, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, and all of you scattered throughout the entire world whose lineage goes back to these people. You know what I'm saying? And we can see you through the Spirit. "For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?" You see? That's why we remain diligent. That's why we continue to seek his face, because we know that the time is short. And once it all hits, there's no going back. There's no going back. Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 6. Again, it says, "Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary." Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. The Most High is about to make an example out of many people. You see? And all this idolatry stuff, it's about to be cut. It's about to be ended. You see? Because the word has gone out throughout the four corners of the globe. Y'all ain't got no excuse anymore. So when the Most High does what he's about to do, he's going to be fully justified in doing it. Let's go back to Jeremiah. Let's hit chapter 15. Let's end it off here, man. Jeremiah 15, verse 1. It says, "Then said Yahawah unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people. Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth." Verse 2, "And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, Whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, Thus saith Yahawah, such as are for death, to death, and such as are for the sword, to the sword, and such as are for the famine, to the famine, and such as are for the captivity, to the captivity." It's about to be all kinds of hell out here, man. Death, the sword, people gonna die of food, famine, lack of bread, and captivity. You're gonna see gang violence out here. They're gonna take people captives. They're gonna take children captive. You're gonna see all kinds of hell out here, man. Verse 3, "And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith Yahawah, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heavens, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy." All kind of judgments coming for these people, man. The 2/3 is about to be rocked out of their minds. You see? It's going to be a great slaughter. It's going to be massive death. You see what I'm saying? Get your minds together for that now, man. Prepare your minds to see this stuff. Prepare your minds to see this stuff, man, because the scriptures say wisdom and knowledge shall be stability of the times, man. And we're going to need much stability. Right? And this book and these words, these mysteries, they're the only ways. This is the only way that we can have that solace and that peace of mind when all hell's breaking loose out here, man. So I pray this is edifying. I want to cut that there. I want to say, call Halayim La, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Habakakudash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone, and for my groaning this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth. that's laboring in the word, that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwat that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahawashi. Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Babakashah, Babakashah, Abba Baba. Barakatha, Shalom.